Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Stop Fighting the Scenery. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and the world has completely transformed since then. So if I encounter anything that is out of date, I will interrupt myself and give you the most recent information. At the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Stop fighting the scenery. I'm in a community theater play at the moment, so I've been spending a lot of time standing next to heavy red or black drapes and the big wooden frames of painted canvas. It's amazing how you can make something look like a house or a sky depending on the colors it's painted or if it has a door in it or not. The thing is, I know it's not real, but when I'm on stage, I pretend it is for my own fun and for the benefit of the audience. Our world is our creation, just a little more sophisticated than sets for a play. We're in a full immersion show, not unlike Jim Carrey's Truman Show. The difference is we're not only the main character, but the writer, director, and everything else. It's hard for us to grasp this because we're seeing things through the perspective of our current personality and physical form. And if we're disgruntled with anything in our reality, be it inside or seemingly outside ourselves, it's like trying to fight the scenery. The truth is deeper than simply not being able to change other people or inanimate objects, or that the only thing you can change is yourself. And it's not that everything outside of you is not real. It's that you, the little you, did not create all of this. You, the greater you, your expanded self, your self as consciousness, created it. The part of you that's disgruntled is the little you. And if you're using your energy to try to change, fix, or improve anything in this reality, you're resisting you as consciousness, the greater you that is enjoying everything it's creating. So how do you change things for the better? By trying not to. It's more than just surrendering to what is or letting go, although both of those things do help you line up or align with you. Accepting what is, agreeing with you, allow change to happen, or changing the way you're experiencing what is so that you're no longer disgruntled with it. Last year, I made the decision not to make any action based on my emotional reaction to things. I realized that if I felt like quitting something or leaving town or whatever, I was responding as my small self. If I was in this situation, it was because I created being there. And if I wasn't to be there, then I wouldn't be. In fact, when I look back on major changes I've gone through, it was because something greater than myself, the small self, had created circumstances that were either my final straw or an inevitable redirection. Something would occur that would be the final straw, my bottom or a surprise door opening, or the only way to go. What's happened over the last year has been transformation I couldn't possibly have imagined. Some things seemingly have stayed the same, except they really haven't. Other things have shown up out of the blue. The scenery is changing without my having to push it or paint it. This week, look at your life as the Truman Show, where your large self is lovingly making everything happen. Communicate with your large self if you like and see what response you get. Stop fighting the scenery and enjoy the performance. And try this for a week and see what happens. And leave me a comment below because I love to read your comments. The first thing I'm reflecting on is I wrote this almost exactly a year before circumstances propelled me 3,000 miles away for a period of time that I thought was only going to be like 2 or 3 months. And I ended up being there for 2 years. And then a few years later, because I came back home, a few years later, I had circumstances that propelled me again 3,000 miles away. I didn't stay there continuously, but I did end up in this rhythm of 3 months in New York and 3 months here back in Seattle. And that was 6 years ago, and it's still going on. So when I said something about when I feel like leaving town, I was responding as my small self. Well, now I don't feel like leaving town. I would really love to stay in one place, and yet circumstances, myself as consciousness, keep propelling me to go back and forth and accumulate the frequent flyer miles. So there's a bigger lesson in there that I haven't fully embodied or come to realize yet. And when I do, I'll let you know. But the whole point of this really is to view your life as consciousness, realize that the scenario going on is really like a TV show or a stage play. And are you trying to fight the scenery? On the other hand, are you trying to chew the scenery? I keep thinking of that phrase, chewing on the scenery, which means to overly emote. And you can actually see that going on in the world today, that the people who are going through the most discomfort with the changes in their life, they're really chewing the scenery. So in general, if you learn how to respond as consciousness and navigate your life as consciousness, reality just becomes so much more easy to navigate. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends. You can also click the like button and also subscribe. And that way you're telling YouTube to share this far and wide, and it gets out to people who really need this information. If you'd like a free sample of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It gives you an expanded viewpoint of your life and really helps you navigate your life as consciousness. If you'd like some manifestation techniques, I have a self-study course, Manifesting Money and Miracles. You learn how to work with specific vibrations that help create internal changes and completely transforms your external reality. And if you'd like to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can learn about my individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today. And I can answer any questions that you might have, whether it's about relationships, money, job, your real estate, if you're planning to move, or if you'd like me to communicate to a deceased loved one, and it's all recorded just for you. If you'd like to learn how to do this for yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a good preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specific consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. And you can find out the details at my website. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.